What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Keezy. It ain't easy being Keezy, and in today's video we're gonna go through some fashion slash streetwear trends that I don't see people wearing anymore, so maybe it's on its way out. Now, this is not predictions though, so don't get this confused. I'm not predicting anything. I'm just talking about things that are happening now and trends that I just don't see anymore. So let's talk about it. Disclaimer, of course. This is not a video to tell you that you dress like shit. It's not like the worst fashion trends. We're not doing that, okay? This is just purely what I don't necessarily see people wearing. So if you get butthurt, I don't even know how you would get butthurt off of that. But I mean, people get butthurt off of anything these days, right? So starting off with number one, the first trend that was pretty big, and this was probably end of 2018, beginning 2019, that was circulating a lot, was the snap cargo pants. And I think this came out through Fear of God, and I don't know if he ever came out with another run of those. I know he came out with the black one and maybe like a couple other colors like brown and stuff. And then at that point there was a lot of companies that ended up taking the same idea and pretty much replicating it full out. And it was brands like Minimal that did it, and it basically sold out. Like every single time it sold out. And I've done a video on those in the past, and I tell you the truth, the quality on those is beyond terrible. And I fell for it. And it's something that if I were to just give my personal experience on it, I wore the pants like for one day, and then after that day I took like a picture in it, I posted it, and then after that I'm like, I'm probably just never gonna be wearing these pants ever again. And I think as a consumer, my experience is probably no different than a lot of people. It's like you think that those pants could be an everyday pair of pants until you actually wear it for that one day and people see you already wear it, and it's like, well, y'all already saw me in the pants, so I'm not gonna wear these again. Because people are gonna be like, do you wear these every day? Like, you know what I mean? It's not like a regular pair of jeans. So I think that's kind of what happened. But just the look in general too, I don't see anybody else wearing it anymore. I think the last time I saw someone wear it was like a year ago. I don't even see influencers wearing it anymore. There was a hot moment where kind of like more so the Jerry boys were definitely still wearing the snap cargo pants. But watch me say this, and there's a Jerry boy watching this right now, and you're gonna tell me wrong that there's so many people wearing it. Maybe I just don't follow the right people for that, but I just, you know, that trend specifically and those pants specifically, even with all the hype that was around it, it's kind of gone at this point. So since we're already on the topic of Jerry, the snap cargos, and what have you, I was doing a live video on my channel last night, and we were talking about blown out knee skinny jeans that kind of look like this. And I said on the live that I don't really see people wearing that anymore, and I'm still sticking to my guns on that, and I really don't. As far as influencers go, or any brand that has been trying to replicate that same look, where it might be some slim pair of pants or skinny jeans where they blow out the knees completely, I think that it is pretty much gone. And a big contributing factor to the reason why it kind of got watered down was places like PacSun, was places like H&M and Forever 21 that just pumped it out like crazy, because the trend of the blowout knee probably was 2016, 2017, 2018, and by 2018, at least by 2018, all of the fast fashion companies were carrying it in all different colors. It was everywhere. Whether you were into fashion or not, like those type of pants flooded the market at that point. And I think since it flooded the market, it got overwashed. But per the moment when we talk about pants and fitting, it seems like everybody is shifting away from skinny jeans. We are pretty far past skinny jeans. We are pretty far past joggers. The only people I see wearing joggers are people in tech wear, and it actually suits them very well, but we're not talking about that. But when we talk about skinny jeans, even what I was discussing on my live yesterday, is that skinny jeans seem to be left for kids that are in high school or kids that still shop at, you know, your H&Ms and your Forever 21s and stuff like that. And they're not necessarily as crazy into fashion. They're not trying to make a fashion statement, and they just wear skinny jeans because it's like, it's convenient. But anyways, I digress. But yes, blowout skinny denim, I don't see it anymore. Everyone's doing straight or flared at this point, and maybe it'll come back around in a couple years. Not sure. Okay, so the next one, I feel as if I'm gonna get killed for this, especially the Supreme heads, but in general, I don't see many people still wearing Supreme. Yeah, I mean, other than if you went to like some kind of sneaker event, yeah, you're gonna see Supreme there. You're gonna see someone in a Supreme tee or someone reselling Supreme. But I think, you know, 2 years ago, the reselling of Supreme was so big. Oh my God, the reselling of Supreme was like, it was on the news. It was so big, right? It was people getting on the news and they're like, oh, so like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I resell Supreme for a living. I make, you know, this is how I feed my family, this and that, whoop-de-wop. Like, I mean, it was just big. It was huge, right? But I don't see that anymore. And maybe there's still crazy resale for Supreme, but I don't see it on my search feed. I don't see all these Supreme resellers popping up. Now what I see in replacement of Supreme resellers is I see vintage remade resellers. They like buy a bunch of Carhartt and they put holes in it and splatter paint on it and they're like, ooh, boom, there you go, art, fashion, boom, buy my stuff, right? That's what I see. Every couple days I see a new vintage reseller, or I see a new archive fashion reseller or something like that. That's like, oh, I got proxies from Japan and this and that. Like, those are popping up way more than anything Supreme related. And if I were to just put 2 and 2 together, it feels like, since I don't see a lot more people still wearing Supreme the same way that they were, gonna guess that it's not as crazy popping as it was maybe like 2 years ago, give or take. And I would say my last reaction to this, I mean, being someone that doesn't wear Supreme, I don't see people, when they do happen to wear Supreme as an influencer or fit pick, they don't really like flex it as hard anymore. Besides this guy. This guy will flex everything that he has, right? Anyway, that's a whole different story. Let's not talk about that. But like average consumer and also average influencer on Instagram, they've moved on. They're now wearing other stuff. They're now wearing Gallery Department and other expensive brands like that.
Ben & Jerry's Chunky Dunky.
So, chest rigs. And I don't know how the chest rig became popular other than like Kanye wearing them and then maybe the brand called Places and Faces. I think it was like the combination of those two, and I don't even know if Places and Faces was the first people to make the chest rig. Anyways, was this 2 years ago now? 2 years ago, the chest rig was going crazy. And this particular style of clothing, or accessory, I guess, definitely kind of fit more into, I guess, hype culture slash tech wear slash looks like you're gonna rob a Binks truck. I also think that this item became one of those accessories where you see it online on Instagram ads and you're like, oh, that's so cool, like I'm gonna add that to my wardrobe, and then you buy it, you know, thinking that, oh, I'm gonna wear this every day. I spent 60 bucks on it, I spent 90 bucks, 100 bucks, right? And you're like, I'm gonna wear this every day. Then you put it on and then you wear it for that one time, either 1 or 2 times, and then you kind of realize, like, I'm not even putting stuff inside of there. I'm putting stuff in my pockets. I don't even have enough stuff to put inside the chest rig to actually use it. So I'm walking around with an empty chest rig maybe. I don't know. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that, but that's what I feel. I never bought one. So if I were to give my opinion on it or my reaction to it, is that was exactly what I thought when I first saw it. I'm like, it's a cool looking accessory to go with what you got on, but I don't personally have enough stuff to put inside of the chest rig to actually use it. If I did, I'd use it. So I'm gonna move on from the pants, accessories, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna move on to the sneakers, all right? Now there's 2 sneakers in particular, but I'm gonna start with the first one. The first one is going to be the Travis Scott Jordan 1. And I'm bringing this sneaker up because the lead up to like the advertising and the hype behind the Travis Scott Jordan 1, it was like mixed feelings when it was coming out. I was like, oh, he's putting a backward swoosh, and like, oh, this is kind of weird. I don't think I'd ever wear a, you know, white and brown shoe. Lo and behold, the minute it dropped, of course, the opposite happened, right? Everybody hopped on it and was like, oh my God, this is the dopest shoe. This is my grail. And as the hype kept rising for that, you know, particular sneaker, so did the production of all the replicas. And at that point, who didn't have a pair of Travis Scott Jordan 1s? And that kind of fit right into the scope and to the starter kit for like the rich Asian kid starter kit. And instead of them wearing like NMD's Boost or 350 Yeezys, they kind of switched that out and started wearing a bunch of Travis Scott Jordan 1s. Damn near every single trip I had to Asia, there was so many people wearing the Travis Scott Jordan 1s. It didn't feel as special or as hyped up as it should have been, I guess. Maybe that was like the feeling behind it. And even today, if I think about it, people aren't necessarily flexing the Travis Scott Jordan 1 the same way that they were when they came out, right? And you're probably like, well, they do that for every sneaker now. Nah, not really. You know, people are still flexing the Unions pretty hard. And the Unions came out before the Travis Scott Jordan 1s, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, you get what I'm saying. But the other shoe that I'm going to bring up that I am seeing less and less people wearing, and maybe it'll change, but right now I don't see people wearing this shoe right here, Triple S Balenciaga. I mean, granted, it's a very revolutionary sneaker because the Wave Runner and Triple S Balenciaga, when those two shoes dropped, it really changed the whole sneaker market. At that point, every sneaker was a bulky dad sneaker, and that might have been its own downfall, right? It was its own kryptonite. It was like such an influential sneaker that since every shoe at that point was bulky, every brand had a bulky shoe, if not 4 or 5 bulky dad looking shoes, that the whole dad looking bulky sneaker look in today's times, 2020, I already feel like it's done. And I'm not saying that if you wear bulky sneakers you're not fashionable. I'm not trying to get at that. I'm just saying as far as how many people I see now wearing bulky sneakers, it's already kind of left. It feels like that. I don't even see rappers wearing Triple S's anymore. So my reaction to the whole thing for Triple S's and tracks too, I gotta add that in there because I became a huge Balenciaga track fan. Still love that sneaker to this day. Ended up selling all of them. Again, Balenciaga was its own downfall, especially since the brand itself just kept releasing the same colorways. And it didn't, like, you know, they should have archived those colorways and not made them again to make them more exclusive. I mean, it's easy. They could have just made different colorways that were maybe slightly similar to the original ones, but they didn't. And they kept producing them, and that was a big reason why I was like, you know what? I'm letting all these go. It is what it is. Love the shoe. I can come back to it if I really want to. All right, so I hope that this last topic or last item is worth your while to watch throughout this whole video, okay? And what that is the Rap Homage t-shirts. Yes, the Rap Homage t-shirts. Now, before I keep talking about it, you're probably like, well, it's still hot. I have a whole bunch of them. I understand. It's actually extremely hot right now, but I think it's at its climax. And the reason I say that is because the Rap Homage tee, the look of like the huge all over graphic on the front and on the back, like, no disrespect to those that make it, but that particular style of t-shirt, whether they take a contemporary artist or they take an artist from the past, throw it onto a shirt and sell them, has now become a part of the starter kit for new streetwear brands on Instagram. And the starter kit for that, just really quickly, is like Rap Homage tee, Yupong snapback with an upside down LA logo and a face mask or something with their company logo on the face mask. And it's like, oh, here's my collection, right? Nothing against it. In fact, the Rap Homage tees, for me, if I were to just give my personal experience through it, I was damn near up to 16 or 17 different rap tees. I bought so many Merino Morewood t-shirts, it is unreal. Did I sell them all? Yes, I sold them all. Did I make money? Yeah, I made some money on it. But it was like, you know, I had them all laid out. I'm like, God damn, I got 16 of these Rap Homage t-shirts right now. I don't even know, I don't even wear them. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, dang, like, if I'm not gonna wear this shit, I'm letting it go. That's what it is. So I dived in head first when it came to the rap tees. So I feel for the people that still love the rap tees. And again, the rap tees is still going crazy right now, but I think it's at its peak. How many different artists are you gonna have? Contemporary or past artists are you gonna, which one is it, right? That's why even Merino Morewood on his t-shirts, he moved on to, he's not even doing artists no more. He's doing like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because he has to reinvent himself. He he sparked the trend, and now all these other companies like, oh, I can use Photoshop, and they're just like, and then the whole t-shirt, now you got 5 different Homage tees. He's competing with his own audience, right? So it's big right now, but I was like, man, this is kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot. I lightly gave out that last Homage tee topic on my last live that I did, but I'm a firm believer in what I just said. I'm a pretty firm believer on what I just said. So anyways, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I do have a new pickup video coming soon, and also follow me on Instagram. That's at KeezyTV_. Make sure you guys and girls keep it locked from clothing, music to culture. It is your boy Keezy, and I'm out. Peace.
You want to do, and it's just gonna take a minute, but it's gonna work out. Like if you try to cut corners and you put fucking costumes on to do shit, yeah, you gonna get straight, but at what cost? You know what I'm saying? And how you feel when you do this shit for you, 100% for you. You could grind and stay up for 5 or 6 days and not really be tired because it's for you.